very sadly, we're a nation in decline, and yet they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, by far, and did much better the second time in the election than the first. And they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others. It's has been going on for 7 years. They can't stop because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person.
Another historic day for Donald Trump, who now becomes the first American president ever charged with crimes against his own government. And special counsel Jack Smith says those crimes included espionage.
We had a strong military that wasn't woke. We were doing so well. We were respected all over the world. Got the biggest tax cuts in history, biggest regulation cuts in history. And what do? You have a president where an election was taken, got more votes than any sitting president in history by far, never anything even close. And they come after me because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot against Biden and against the Republicans by a lot.
Trump faces at least 7 charges, including obstruction of justice, conspiracy, making false statements, and violating the Espionage Act. And next week, he'll be in a Miami courtroom to once again face criminal arraignment for his multiple felony offenses. Smith is likely to build his case on a mountain of primary evidence, including a stunning audio recording in which Trump appears to be waving around the U.S. invasion plan for Iran. And in recent weeks, a flood of former Trump advisors have been providing testimony to Smith's grand jury. Now facing over 40 felony counts in 2 states, Donald Trump didn't want to talk about all that crime stuff. Instead, he told MAGA land to get ready for war.
And that's what it is. This is warfare for the law. And we can't let it happen. We can't let it happen. Our country is going to hell. And they come after Donald Trump, weaponizing the Justice Department, weaponizing the FBI. We can't let this continue to go on because it's ripping our country to shreds. We have such big problems, and this shouldn't be one of them. It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax, just like Russia, just like the fake dossier was a hoax.
It's no hoax, Donald, and that's nothing compared to the amount of time you're about to be spending with your lawyers, because Trump also faces additional charges in multiple other states. Oh yeah, and then there's Georgia, where the Fulton County District Attorney has indicated she'll likely decide on charges before August. At that rate, Donald Trump could be on pace to rack up over 50 criminal charges before Labor Day. That also means Trump is going to be spending a lot more time in courtrooms than he is on the campaign trail. And other Republicans are already doing the math. Shortly after Trump's indictment hit the news, fellow Republican Asa Hutchinson called on Trump to end his campaign, calling Trump's actions a, quote, willful disregard for the Constitution. Ouch. But Hutchinson was just one voice against the chorus. And over on Newsmax, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz made clear that he doesn't care what the facts are. This is obviously one of those crazy deep state conspiracy theories.
I spoke with President Trump yesterday. This is really something that reflects the most severe election interference on the part of the federal government that we've ever seen. And keep in mind, we've already uncovered this year that the CIA was actively involved in election interference in the last campaign, trying to suppress the Hunter Biden laptop story. And here you have the Department of Justice taking literally an indictment of a former president as a tool to resolve a dispute with the archivist.
Yeah, that dispute with the archivist involved Donald Trump stealing hundreds of classified documents, some of which still haven't been found. So I really wouldn't advise Trump go to court with the Gaetz argument, though it shouldn't surprise you to know that in the Republican world, this is all Hunter Biden's fault. Gaetz claims the CIA is working with Joe Biden to punish Trump for I don't exactly know. He's never been quite clear, and Gaetz never tries to explain it, which is probably for the best.
Yeah, it's quite something that we're living in a time and place where you can learn that then Vice President Biden was accused of taking a $5 million bribe with some pretty strong receipts regarding bank accounts and individuals involved in a specific deliverable for these corrupt people paying the bribes. And no one really believes that's going to be charged, right?
Right.
But then here we are with a records dispute rising to the level of criminal process.
That's a whole lot of copium, but Republicans are going to need more than that to weather the storm. That's because a majority of Americans already think Trump is guilty, and that might make it tough to win those key swing states. And now we wait. Again. But just because Trump's trial isn't likely to begin until next year doesn't mean this story goes cold. With Jack Smith now ushering Trump into the find out stage of his crime spree, we'll be hearing a lot more from the special counsel. The country is eager to listen. And folks, there is so much more news to cover. So get comfy and click over to this video about a MAGA pastor with some insane beliefs. And as always, leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.